This week on Chasing the Sun, Captain Justin's going for another first, getting fly rod guru Meredith McCord for her first beach redfish.
When they sink down in this murkier water, it's tough.
On conventional tackle.
We will not be redfish. We will not.
Later, Meredith gets back in her comfort zone by throwing flies at redfish in the bay. The gin clear water is making her more weary than ever.
Oh yeah, look, 12 o'clock. See that one flashing right there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're all over. Yeah, look at that!
Chasing the Sun is brought to you by Holiday Inn Resort, Panama City Beach. Humminbird, simply, clearly better. Dulce Vida Tequila. Smith Optics. And by Pirates Cove Marina. You enjoy the Gulf, we'll take care of the rest.
So y'all know I had to bring Meredith back because when she was here with us fishing the first time, we didn't go red fishing. And if you come up here to the Gulf Coast, okay, you're gonna have to red fish at some point.
I mean, you guys are known for your red fishing, but you can do this really 12 months a year, right?
That's exactly right. And in February, in the winter months, you're either red fishing or you're sitting at the house. So when you do find a break in the weather, that's what we're gonna do is go red fishing. I'm gonna make sure that Tyndall's not doing anything. So Meredith, you know I like to have a game plan. And so like, once I see what days you're gonna be here, I'm like, all right, I'm game planning this out.
Thank you for calling Tyndall Marine Operations. On Tuesday, March 1st, Crooked Island and the Gulf Range will be closed from 10 to 15 hours until missions are complete.
That's not how it's supposed to work. So they fly these drones out of the Air Force Base right out here, and if they're launching them, which they do every once in a while, you can't fish out there in front of it. So.
No.
Either way, we're gonna get some gas, and we're gonna go look on the beach somewhere, but it won't be right in front of Tyndall.
Okay, plan B. When you go fishing, you better have not just a plan A, but a plan B, C, and D, because you, more often than not, are gonna have to go through those different plans, because you never know what you're gonna get.
That water temp is, it don't matter, water temp is a law. It is a law. Once we hit like 67, you'll see jack crevalles out here on the bar, every once in a while cobia. They're in really shallow water, they're affected by the weather, and when we have these big cold fronts like this roll through, it takes them a little while to get acclimated to. There's something there, maybe. That could be a giant water redfish right there. We're gonna just fish from here. We're gonna cast from here.
All right.
So we had a perfect little northeast wind, which makes the beach slick off.
Beautiful.
And I really wanted to show you some of those beach fish, because that's something I feel like is unique to this area.
All right, so conventional fishing with a shrimp.
Yeah, so this is cool. So you got a soft plastic shrimp.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we wanna fish it down near the bottom.
We were fishing with these little soft plastic.
Yeah.
You said
it's basically
it was
just a shrimp head. You could take any soft plastic shrimp, chop the head off, turn around backwards and put it on a jig head.
It looked
and then
good.
It looks like a sand flea more or less.
Yeah.
And that's what those fish are out there feeding on.
It looked real good, and it was a lot of fun. And that water, you guys, is just crystal clear, and it was just like looking into a swimming pool.
They're in 4 feet of water right there.
When
And
you
you can go whenever you want. I would probably go ahead and get a shot.
You like it?
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna go next in line.
You think they feel us?
No, I think they were traveling at that speed regardless. They hadn't really changed what they're doing yet. Oh, there we go, hooked up.
Got him.
Right, oh.
All right. So what test braid do I have on
10.
here? Okay,
10
so
pound
I
power
don't
braid.
want to
No.
tighten
That's
the
what's so
drag.
fun out here. Like, there's nothing for that fish to get hung on, so you just let them play. Is that your first beach redfish?
Beach redfish in Florida.
I'll start getting greedy.
Don't get greedy.
Oh, is it? You have a sheep's head.
Oh, no way.
That's awesome.
That is super
I tell you what,
cool.
catching a sheep's head on artificial here is like stupid hard.
Really?
And rare, yeah.
All right. All right, woohoo! No, he's much bigger than my last one.
Oh, there we go, hooked up.
Got him.
Right on.
All right.
So y'all know I had to bring Meredith back because if you look on our guide website, we do reef fishing, tarpon fishing, but we're missing some. We gotta go do the redfish. Is that your first beach redfish?
Beach redfish in Florida.
It's the Gulf Coast. You know you got some redfish here.
And y'all are known for your red fishing.
Oh, so you have a sheep's head.
Oh, no way.
That's awesome.
That is super
I tell you what,
cool.
catching a sheep's head on artificial here is like stupid hard.
Really?
And rare, yeah.
All right.
Oh, is he gonna go up under the boat?
Oh, he got off.
Hey.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
A bent rod.
Yeah, absolutely. That was cool.
These sheep's head are all getting ready to spawn here, and they usually will start ganging up around the passes and inlets and bridges and all that. That's not something we see like in schools out here on the beach very often.
I wonder if they went into the dark hole where you just don't see them. Or is that them up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's them too. When they sink down in this murkier water, it's tough.
All right, I'm gonna attack them then.
Okay, attack them.
There we go. All right, we will not be denied redfish.
We will not. That is the most silver redfish I have ever seen. Gorgeous.
And also, just for the sake of excitement, I have a big long net.
Okay.
I want y'all to grab them.
I love it. Woohoo! All right! Yes, yes, yes! Woohoo!
This is not supposed to be that difficult.
We're
just making it difficult.
But it makes it more fun like that.
That's right.
There you go.
We catch them on our terms how we want to. Isn't it crazy how silvery those are? They have like
silver, so washed out. There he goes. Yeah. Woo! Let's go do it again. That was fun. It was supposed to be this really nice light north wind, and what do we get? A very strong southwest wind.
We're literally looking at the current, not the forecast, because this is supposed to be the current conditions on our phone, and it says northeast at 5, and I'm like, cool, it's southwest at 15 right now. I mean,
with gusts of 20.
The problem is once that wind kicks up like that, you can see the fish, you can cast close to them, so we're just guessing, and the wind is carrying your line, and it's gonna pull it out of there, and you just don't have a lot of control. You don't have a lot of touch and feel for where and what that lure is doing. So by going to a heavier jig head, it's gonna punch through the wind casting. Once it's in the water, I know it's gonna stay put. I feel like it's just kind of hard to get those where we want them. Once they hit the water, we can't really see them.
Well, yeah, I can't see them to kind of make sure I'm staying in the school.
So I still want to match things that those fish are feeding on. Still be a little hard to see, but. So there's mullet out there on the beach. So that's why a swim bait like that is going to look like a mullet. So it still looks like natural food. And
I did think it was really interesting too, how we really use natural colors out there. Is that just because it's so clear that you have to really kind of match your environment? I've got two big schools right in front of us, kind of just going same direction as we are. All right, woohoo!
Another redfish. I can see him up on that bar too. See my fish up there?
Yeah.
I am gonna go ahead
deploy.
And
then spot lock.
Yeah. Okay. Just so we don't wash up on the beach. We might have some more fish swim right up to the boat. He's definitely not the biggest. There were some like 20 pounders in there, but I think he's gonna be a little bigger than the last one. So.
No, he's much bigger than my last one. I just can't get over the color. Unbelievable. They're so silver, and you're like, well, our redfish in Panama City Beach are silver, and they're more washed out than your typical Gulf Coast redfish.
And then again, it's only 20-pound leaders, so I do try to just be sensitive if he takes off.
I just don't want to grab the braid.
Yeah.
One thing people don't think about is when they're grabbing the line, grab them below the braid.
There we go. That's a two-hander right there.
Woo-hoo! Awesome. Well done. And he liked that bigger jig, too.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
This is heavier, it gets down quicker, and it lets me stay in contact with it, you know? That's
Nice. You want to release him?
Yeah, I'll let him go. As long as they'll keep cruising down this beach and let us throw at them, we're gonna keep going. I never get tired of that. This is the first beach redfish I've got to catch this year.
Oh,
This
yeah?
is my first ride down the beach this year.
Hey.
And we both caught one. There we go.
There we go. I had something. I didn't
Really?
set. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
He's still there.
Yeah.
Have you ever caught a redfish on a live bait, Meredith?
No.
Oh, come on.
No, this first. You want to get this into the live well?
Fighting adversity here. I'm like, all right.
Wind switches around.
So sometimes you just have to do what the weather's actually doing right now and not what the forecast says. We got to come catch some of these beach fish, catch them on artificials, and I said, let's get back in the bay, and that way we're out of the wind, we're protected, and I know where we can catch some on live baits. All these shapes you see, that's all just like sandy patches in this grass bottom. But if you look at some of the sandy patches, like you can zoom in on that, and that's your fish right there. And you can even see their little shadow.
Amazing.
So they're all on the left side. So all those little sandy patches out there, we're just gonna drag some baits across there, see if one of them guys bites.
Awesome.
Now, let's just get some live baits in there and let them do the work. Just kind of let them marinate. And if you let a bait marinate around a redfish for long enough, he's gonna bite it. All right, here's redfish another way.
Okay, well done.
He's right
Awesome.
here.
Okay. Do you think he'll pick up a friend?
Holy cow, he's a big one. All right, Meredith, if we catch
Okay.
this one, this will be one on a live bait.
I know, you're showing me how to do it. I know. God.
We're gonna catch them on
Is
soft
it this?
plastics. And then once this wind dies down, if it ever dies down, you're gonna show us how to catch one on a fly rod.
Oh, good.
But that won't be
Okay,
enough.
here you go. I mean, he's biting.
Yeah, that's a good one. Full grown. You know, when you hook the fish, you have all the time in the world to play them out and fight them. It's all about what you can effectively fish in the wind. All right, we're getting somewhere.
Are we getting somewhere?
That's why I brought different size tackle. And that way when the wind kicks up, we can move up in size of our lures and stuff and still effectively fish, you know, with that tackle. There's a full-grown redfish. How about that?
There we go.
Hey, it's windy, it's cold, it's wintertime fishing,
There he is.
but it don't matter. We can catch them one way or
Well
another.
done. It was tricky tossing those live baits. You saw me toss a couple off, you know, and getting kind of that big lob cast.
There's always technique, skill, and thought and processes involved in fishing.
Oh man, I had something I didn't
Really?
set. Yeah. Oh, there he
he's
is.
still there.
There he
Look at
is.
that. I don't care where you've been or what types of fishing you've done. I still encounter things every year that I've never done before, never seen before.
I mean, that was, I felt it bite.
Yeah.
Real, nothing. And then all of a
He
sudden,
was just coming straight at you.
coming straight at me.
And you keep learning, and that's what's so fun about it is
I love that
you
aspect
never
of
finish
fishing.
learning.
Yeah.
Have you ever caught a redfish on a live bait, Meredith?
No.
Oh, come on.
No, this first. The moment that you think that you have it all dialed in,
Yeah.
guess what? Something changes.
Oh, I dropped him.
No, you didn't. I see you. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo.
All right, I think you beat me. Good job.
All right. You're just saying that made me feel better.
No.
I want to constantly learn. I hope when I'm 90 years old, I'm still learning something new about redfish or whatever
know.
fish I'm pursuing.
That's what makes it fun.
We're gonna send him back.
So now I have a new goal. Rather than just like finding those perfect fish and catching them how we want on the beach, I'm like, let's go try to catch one on a fly. As much as I love modern technology, there's something to me about pumping a bulb and hearing a smoky two-stroke fire up still gets me excited.
After catching redfish on live bait, soft plastics, I came to what I love to do, and that's fly fishing on the flats. Secret spot.
Yeah.
Backs, tails,
These are my backyard.
amenable fish.
These are my backyard fish. These are my backyard fish. You know, this is kind of like right in my wheelhouse, this skiff fishing stuff. A lot of this is, you know, close to home for me, so I get to do it a good bit. If they're not cruising or moving, like if they're tailing or descending, I always feel like you have to land the fly close enough to almost feel like you're gonna spook them when it lands.
Okay.
And then when it lands and it doesn't spook them, you go, okay, now I'm in the right spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look how look, 12 o'clock. See that one flashing right there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're all over.
Darn it. I think I'm so worried about spooking these things.
I know. I think when we get close, we got to try to get in.
Oh, I see him. I see him. Holy cow. Ah.
Oh, it's perfect. Oh my gosh.
Ah.
I spoke too soon. It was the shot I would have made, put it that way. Man.
I mean, you had kind of warned me coming into this. You're like, this is one of the hardest redfish fisheries that you can come to and fish, and that you should expect see a lot of fish and maybe get one. If you're super lucky, get two. And I will say, I came in with a little bravado and a little like, oh, well, I've got this.
He doesn't know who Meredith McCord is.
Well, he just doesn't
World record
know.
red
I love
fisherman.
redfish, and redfish loved me until I got here.
It's amazing. They turn their bodies sideways. You see them?
Oh, there he is. Look.
See him?
Yeah.
Where at?
He's right here.
Oh, see, he saw your fly line. I think we got landed a little shorter.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna work. I'd pick it up and go more right. There's a bunch of them just to the right of that. Nice.
He's on it.
He's on it. We got him.
Chasing the Sun has been brought to you by Minn Kota, Florida Water Sports, Grundens, We Are Fishing, Panama City Inshore, these guys can fish, and by Visit Panama City Beach, real fun beach. The amount of options you have fishing is about equal to the activities you have around Panama City Beach. Off the water, around the Gulf is only a tee time away, as well as a variety of putt-putt courses. Taking time to bond with Mother Nature is a popular activity in PCB, whether you choose one of the state parks or any of the nature trails. It's never a surprise to see a local resident. If you're craving a little more excitement, we've got you covered. From go-karts to water slides and everything in between, there is always something fun to do, rain or shine. But we bet it will shine.
He's on it.
He's on it. We got him. The smallest one we've seen so far. But he's bit.
Man, these are tricky.
That is a smart redfish right there. Like I always say, the smaller they are, the smarter they are.
Oh man, I could do this all day long.
So there it is. Hey, we caught them on plastic, bait, and fly. Redfish three ways.
Triple spot on one side.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump down and grab this guy. I ought to get the net out, like we're trying to set a record here.
Oh yeah, wait. All right.
Hey, let me just say, if you can catch a redfish when it's slick and the water is clear like that, if you can catch one on fly here right now, you can probably catch any fish anywhere. That is a smart critter right there.
Man, they're tough.
It is.
But so fun, such clear water.
I don't care about all these other fish out here. He's my favorite one right now because he's the one that did what he was supposed to do.
Well, I don't usually typically get excited about a 15-inch redfish, but today I felt like a winner.
You know, everybody measures their success differently. If someone like yourself really wants to put time in and pursue a specific fish on fly, I love that. You know, if somebody's here with their family and they just want to catch numbers of fish, we can do that too.
It's not for me always about how many fish I catch and put into the boat and release, but it's actually just seeing them, being able to present my fly to them. But it was fantastic, and I love seeing Panama City Beach for its redfish.
Yeah.
You got tarpon, I've seen that, which is incredible, but this is something special because you've got it year round, and not a lot of places can brag that.